Welcome to Truthcast TV. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button. And if you like this video, then give it a like. The more subscribers, the more likes, the more eyes are on the truth. Well, here we go again. More shutdowns, more mandated mask wearing, more fear mongering from the lamestream media. And now, well, New York wants to quarantine people who travel from COVID hotspots. Let's just read a little bit, shall we? People coming into New York's airports from 19 states where coronavirus cases are rapidly rising will be met by peace officers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they will be met by peace officers. I mean, upon arrival, Governor Andrew Cuomo announced Monday the potentially infectious travelers will be required to fill out State Department of Health form that provides information on where they are coming from and going to, how to contact them, as well as to guarantee to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. The forms will be distributed on flights before they land and can also be filled out electronically. Those who decline to fill out a form will face up to a $2,000 fine, officials said. If you leave the airport without providing the information, you will receive a summons immediately, Cuomo said at a news conference. If you leave the airport without filing out the information, not only can you have a $2,000 fine, you can then be brought to a hearing and be ordered to complete a mandatory quarantine. You get no more tyrannical and Orwellian than that. I mean, wow. The order goes into effect Tuesday and will be enforced at JFK and LaGuardia airports by DOH officials with the help of Port Authority police officers. Upstate and regional airports with flights arriving from the hotspots would use their own local authorities to enforce the new rule, Cuomo said. As of Monday, roughly 120 flights from 19 states outlined in Cuomo's list come into New York's 2 major airports each day, officials said. Here we go again. Let's just move right along. Texas governor may have to shut down again. Texas may have to shut down again, governor warns. Now, I just come back from vacationing in San Antonio, Texas. It is so bad down there that all of the bars are closed down. And any restaurant you go in, any place that you go in, period, in San Antonio, Texas, you have to wear a mask or you're not getting in. Just to walk around my hotel, I had to wear a mask. I talked to a few waiters at a Mexican restaurant that we went to on our first night and last night in San Antonio. And her and this waitress and another waiter told me that their boss told them they may not have jobs next week. Now, you know, they say shutting down America's economy is for the greater good. Let me ask y'all something. What is good about shutting down small businesses who have worked their whole lives to get to where they're at, whose families have worked generations to build them small businesses up just to have them shut down? What is good about costing 40 plus million people their jobs? They say this is the new normal. What is normal about making people wear masks and breathing in your own bodily waste? What is normal about staying 6 feet apart from other people? Social distancing. What is social about forced isolation? Somebody answer me that. I'll tell you what, nothing is normal about that. There is no greater good in that. And when I go on vacation to a place, a tourist city, a city that's built on tourism, like San Antonio, Texas, and all of the bars are closed down, and the restaurants, and you can't even find a restaurant open past 9 o'clock at night, there's nothing good about that. Just saying. Well, California, Newsom orders statewide closures, including indoor restaurant operations. California Governor Gavin Newsom announced Monday a list of business sectors that will be required to close as the number of coronavirus cases continue to increase substantially across the state. California average daily new cases hit 8,211 over the past week, and 23 people died because of the virus-related complications in the past 24 hours. All counties are required to close indoor operations of restaurants, wineries, tasting rooms, movie theaters, family entertainment centers, zoos, museums, card rooms, and all bars. The 30 counties that are on the state's targeted engagement list are ordered to close additional businesses. The targeted counties, which account for 80% of the state's populations, are also required to close indoor operations of fitness centers, places of worship, offices for non-critical sectors, personal hair services, and indoor malls. Here we go again. And if that's not enough, Los Angeles and San Diego school districts are forcing the kids to go to school online in fall. Wow. Austin mayor says Governor Abbott made a big mistake with earlier refusal to mandate mask. Oh, wow. And just to end this video, let's take a look at 28 companies that had to file for bankruptcy since this whole pandemic started. New York and Company's one of them. Muji, whatever the hell that place is. Brooks Brothers. Another restaurant, Imagine that. Lucky Brand. Aeromexico. Wendy's, for God's sakes, had to file for bankruptcy. What was that? Cirque du Soleil, or whatever they call that. Bankrupt. Chuck E. Cheese, a place that I went to growing up as a kid, a place that I loved, a place that my nieces and nephews went to as children and loved. Bankrupt. GNC, bankrupt. 24 Hour Fitness, bankrupt. Tuesday Morning, bankrupt. LATAM Airlines, bankrupt. Hertz, bankrupt. JCPenney's, bankrupt. Pier 1 Imports, bankrupt. Soup Plantation, bankrupt. J. Crew, bankrupt. Gold's Gym, bankrupt. Neiman Marcus, bankrupt. Another Airlines, bankrupt. Bales, bankrupt. Aldo, bankrupt. Virgin Australia Airlines, bankrupt. True Religion, bankrupt. I mean, when you start, Dean and DeLuca, bankrupt. Potbelly Sandwich Shop, bankrupt. Men's Warehouse, bankrupt. Bankrupt. Sears, bankrupt. GameStop, bankrupt. Rite Aid, bankrupt. Party City, bankrupt. Forever 21, bankrupt. Victoria's Secret, bankrupt. I mean, and another airline, bankrupt. Steak and Shake, bankrupt. Loft, bankrupt. And that's just to name a few. Here we go again. If you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a like. And, you know, just be prepared, because we're not out of the first wave yet, and the second wave's coming in the fall, and it's just going to get a lot worse. So everybody out there, just remember, there's nothing that is for the greater good about shutting down small businesses that have worked their whole lives and generations to build up to where they're at. There's nothing for the greater good about making people walk around who are healthy making wear masks and breathing in their own bodily waste. There is nothing good about making the COVID-19 vaccination mandatory, which they will do when it comes this fall. There is nothing for the greater good about making children go to school online, just to name a few. I got more content coming this week, so stay tuned, stay woke, stay safe, God bless, and I'm out.